Hello, my friends, this is Humonox, and today Elektron has released a new update for the Tonverk, which is OS 1.4.0. And this OS update added Overbridge support for the Tonverk right here. And we have basic multi-track streaming, similarly to how I did it with the Digitakt and everything before. But we get access to all these individual tracks right here and can grab them in our DAW. And all of that, of course, at the same time. And I will show you in a moment how that looks like on my computer, because while we are talking right here, I am already recording everything with Overbridge, even though nothing's playing back right now. So this is due to my settings with the microphone. I have only one hand available today. Sorry. This is because I have to use a microphone, since I cannot record the audio from my voice in the same way I usually do it, because my computer is locked now. It's like this one here. Pretty basic stuff, but anyway. And that one goes into the Tonverk and is already recorded via Overbridge, so that you can actually hear me. Okay, so let's get started. Now, with Overbridge, the first thing we have to do is we have to make sure that when we are here in the settings of the Tonverk, once the update is on, we have system and we have USB config. And here we need to set that to Overbridge. And now this thing is in Overbridge mode, and when we go into our DAW, we have all of our individual tracks available for that. And I will see, have to leave my spot where I'm sitting right now and have to move to the computer because it's not in range. So, okay, here on the computer we have these individual tracks right here, and you can see that they are all recorded now. Nothing really comes in except for my voice down here. And the way that works, we have all these individual tracks, all these individual channels right here, and they correspond to something. And now the first thing is the main. This is the mix output. We have track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now come the bus tracks. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And those down here are actually the Send-Tracks, like Send-Track 1, 2, and 3. And this is the actual audio input, which I have set to mono in that case to be able to record my microphone. And this is like a metronome utility channel where I haven't found great documentation yet. So, yeah, all those channels are available and they are recording at the same time. And when I now hit play on the Tonverk, the mixing levels aren't actually so great at the moment, but you should be able to see something. Have a look. We have audio coming in, and we can also see it here. Like that, yeah. So this is all working, and from the tests that I did in the past, I can tell you that this is actually quite stable now. It wasn't like that right from the start, of course, because I am in the beta program and we had access to all these things before, but Elektron made huge success with this. And for what it is worth, it really works very well at the moment. And the same goes for, in the same way that we can get all these tracks in here and record them, we can also put stuff into the Tonverk from our output section down here. And currently we only have those one stereo output, and this is just the way it works now. We can put it in and take something from the DAW and put it back into the Tonverk. And right here on the Tonverk, and right here in the settings on the Tonverk, we can actually, under audio routing here, we can actually determine how we work with these. This is, in that case, it's the USB audio, and it's pretty similar to how it worked with the standard class compliant audio, I guess. But while we are here, there's another important thing now. As you may have seen in the short snippet before, I do not really have a way to actually stop the playback in the DAW now and show you a couple of things, because this is because of the way that I need to do the routing. But there's one thing that you need to make sure when you put something into the Tonverk from the DAW. There is this new int to main setting in here. Think of this as kind of a monitor. This is actually defining what comes out of the Tonverk on its physical outputs, specifically on the headphone output that I have connected here. And if you have something in the DAW, it's actually mixed on the Tonverk with the stuff that is in here already. So you hear the signal twice in the worst case. You know, this depends on your routing and how you want to make it. And because Overbridge is currently working in multitrack streaming mode only, we have to use the Tonverk as our audio interface. And think of these settings right here as not so much as what defines the recording, but rather what you actually hear from your outputs. And so when into main is on, this means that it will mix the signal together with what's coming from the DAW, which is something that you can set right here, where you set it to pattern, out AB and stuff like that. And I can instantly hear my voice twice now. This is something that I can't show you because this is just on the happening on the Tonverk here. This is not recorded. So when you have a setup where you have all these tracks in the DAW and everything, and you just want to use the DAW for the mixing, but you want to do everything else on the Tonverk itself, you can actually switch that off. You can turn into main off. Now you don't hear anything that's coming from the machine and straight going into its outputs. But once you set that thing back to out AB or something, this is actually the stuff that you then still be able to hear on your headphones or your outputs as well. And you don't have the problem that you hear twice. So you can do all these tracks in your DAW and everything and put those effects on and what have you, and still have your work actually going on the Tonverk, and still listen to this with the headphones, for example, so that this is a little bit more comfortable to work with. Yeah, so that was really in a nutshell. So this is just how it works at the moment with Overbridge. And yeah, but that's not everything. Whereas just a few minor, more or less minor adjustments and improvements, and also some new things that have come to the Tonverk now. And the first thing that is really, really great is the fact that we are now able to swap our effects out. So we have our effects right here, and we can now swap out their position, where they are in the chain. Let's take that sound, for example. Oh, I have turned this off. I need to turn it on again. So may I play that back? That sound right here. So now let's actually make a new one. Let's just, for the sake of it, create a new one here. I will quickly take that microphone away because now I need two hands. And let's say I choose the wave finder and, I don't know, find a wave. Ooh, that's loud. Something like that. Just then put a simple sequence in. I don't know, something like this. Very simple. Mute everything else so that we only hear that one. Or no, this was on track 4. So very simple, make it shorter. I want to show you something. So let's assume, now this is just for demo purposes. Again, need to take the microphone away. Let's assume you have that daisy delay right here and you did that kind of spoofing. Like so, and did some settings with it, and say you actually like what it is, how it sounds like, and you don't really want to change it, like. Okay. Something like that. Very, very simple stuff now. And let's now assume you want to put a filter on it. Now you later decide, okay, I need a low pass filter on this thing. So because the standard 2-pole, which is on the tracks, is not enough, I want a low pass. So I add the low pass. And you can probably already imagine what would happen. When we play that back, obviously the delay is now filtered as well. So in such a situation, you would, prior to this new OS, you would have had to actually somehow remove the effect, add it down below, and put the filter up if you don't want those reverb tails to be filtered as well. Now it's as easy as finding the new option to swap these out. And so we go function and FX. And now I tap the FX button twice to come to that page. And here we have swap FX 1, 2. And when I hit that, it says effects swapped. Now they are swapped. So they are the other way around. And you can see now the filter is on the first effect slot and the delay is on the second one. And obviously when I play this back and dial on the filter, it now sounds different. Of course, the more delay we have, the more we would hear that difference. But I think this is something that is actually pretty cool. And we've waited for that quite a while. And it's actually great to have that option now. Sadly, there's not a real shortcut for this right now. And I really hope that they do that and that they deliver that to us. At the moment, we need that menu diving kind of thing. So function and FX. Tap FX twice to get to the second page and now swap these FX. Okay, so sadly, I must say that we still haven't touched the subtracks. So we still have a lot of limitations with these subtracks. So there are still no dedicated effect sends or something on the subtracks right here. Still nothing available. Also those LFO retrick options. But I don't know whether they have that on their list right now or not. I mean, we told them for quite some time now. But sadly, the subtracks haven't been touched. But some minor things that are really cool have also been added now on the track settings. So for track modulation that we have, yeah, it worked. Right here in the track settings, we have our macros and we have two new macros now. And this is the Keytracking and the velocity mod. They work the same way, just for Keytracking and for velocity modulation, you know. But otherwise, it's the same way like those that are in here. It's just cool to have them. I don't have an example right now, but it's actually nice to have these things. And one other thing that I also want to show you is something that I also quite like. This has to do with the recorder. Now, the internal recorder of the Tonverk, right here, the standard audio recorder, this is my voice. It's still set to X and A. Now the recorder is actually capable of recording the output of our Send-Tracks right now. Now this wasn't possible before, but in the list right here, we can now switch to SND 1, 2, and 3. And this is now only recording what's coming into the Send-Tracks. So let's see if something is coming into the Send-Tracks on this track right here. I actually don't know at the moment. Doesn't seem to be like that, so let's actually take that track and send it to the reverb here. Just overdo it. And now you go into the thing, we just need to find a reverb. You see. And I can... Oh, wait. That was not the case. Let's hit the arm. And what we end up with is just a reverb tail or anything that you could have on these Send-Tracks. So I can play it back like. Yeah, and we can actually trim this down. So this is something where I think this could be, for example, a great idea to have this, like let's call it rack 14, to let's also do the quick assignment here. We have that thing right in where. Yeah, still single player. And we can now just play it backward, for example. to have some kind of a riser. This is quick. When we need a riser or something, just record the reverb tail on its own and reverse it and have a riser. So this is actually also a cool idea. Yeah, and that's more or less everything that I want to show you about this update today. There is a lot more happening in that thing. There was a lot more stuff also fixed and slightly improved. I highly recommend you to check out these release notes, because they are, again, there's a lot in there. And now, it's not the release with the big bang machines now and everything, which we are already used to a little from all those releases from the past, but you know, the way they've implemented Overbridge right now is really solid. It just works, and it shows that the fundament is set and that everything is working. So I really hope that this won't take long for the plugin to arrive. But as it is right now, we can already work with this, I think. And yeah, I hope that you guys found this video useful. And if so, leave a comment and tell me in the comments about it. And also, don't forget to leave a like to the video. Okay, so I wish you all the best, my friends, and I see you in my next video. Bye!